Hello, my name is Yoni. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for ECORI Energia Solar, the leading distributor of MLPE technology in Brazil, leader distributor of solar technology, and I'm very happy to be here and present to you this presentation about solar and MLPE technologies. So my name is Yoni. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for ECORI Energia Solar. I have 20 years of experience in the global market. I was 10 years in SolarEdge since it was a small startup where I was the vice president of technical sales. I traveled all around the world, and this is how I got to meet ECORI. I'm very happy to be here with you today. I'm a power electronic engineer. I have both technical background and business background. I did sales and marketing and all kinds of activities, and I hope to give you from my experience and from my knowledge, and you enjoy this presentation. So ECORI's promise, ECORI mission is to spread solar energy to everybody. We want to spread it across the country, spread it across Brazil. We want to have good, positive impact on the ambient, and the environment, and on the people. How we do it? We are spread all around the country. We have logistics centers, we have our units, we have almost 30 units around the country. Our headquarters is in Rio Preto, and we have very, very strong presence in the Sudeste area, in Rio de Janeiro, in Sao Paulo, and all the surrounding cities. At the end of the presentation, you can get a full list of all of the contacts and all the information of all the units, all the people that work with us. So it will be very easy to communicate. As I said, we have both of them, the salespeople, the support people, and we have the logistics centers. You can reach them all, and they all will reach you. I want to talk a bit about the role of the distributor. Distributor many times is considered as a person that is a box mover. It's just, buying the equipment from the vendor and sell it and get some commission out of the deal. But you can see that the distributor has much more activities in this process, starting from the research. The distributor needs to find the right product for the market. There are many vendors, too many vendors. It's very hard to find the right product and the right vendor to close the deal with them. Not all the vendors want to sell to all the distributors, and the distributor also doing this activity. After you find the right product for the right market, you need to do the logistic part. You need to transfer equipment, you need to go through customs, taxes, all kinds of certifications, regulation. All of this is also done by this distributor. Once we finally find the product, we got to buy it, we shipped it over here. We need to train our people to give the proper support, train the installers, train the salespeople how to sell the products, and then distribution. Distribution is having the fleet of trucks, having logistics centers, having facilities to store the equipment and all of this. And above all, once we have the right product to the right market, we got to sell it, we got to ship it, we give the support by the best professional people that are trained at the producer, at the vendor, and giving the information from first hand directly to you. So we're going to talk about MLPE. Some of you already know me from previous lectures, from previous forums, and I don't want to talk again about quality and about the security. These topics are very important, but I think they are very clear to everybody. Today, I want to focus on the financials. I want to explain why MLPE is the best cost-effective cost-benefit to your project. Not only to you as an installer, to you as a system owner, to you as a distributor. MLPE answers all the best things from business perspective and technology perspective. Starting with the obvious, MLPE, because you have module level power electronic, adds energy. How come it adds energy? Here is a nice analogy. I think you will understand it. Look at the picture on the left, conventional string inverter. You have one inverter, which is the teacher, connected to all of the students, which are the panels, trying to get the maximum out of each and every panel. Very hard if the panels are not identical and the information that's given is not exactly what they need, they will not all get the maximum from their potential. On the right side, you see the role of MLPE. Look at this figure of our nice ECORI, which is helping each and every student get him exactly to the point he needs to be of understanding. It's equivalent for the panel working in the right working point, because I don't know if you know these graphs. Look, every panel, even they are very, very similar, have a little different working point. So it means they all have maximum power, which is very close to the maximum power stated in the datasheet. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But if the panels are not identical, and they are never identical, you cannot get the maximum of all the panels simultaneously if you have only one teacher, if you have only one current flowing through all of the panels. With MLPE, you have separate current, like a private teacher, for every panel, getting the maximum with no relation and with no effect of the other panels and the other equipment in the string or in the array affecting the rest of the string. So if you have a weak panel, it will not drag down the power. Or if you have a strong panel, he could still push the maximum power without being limited by the rest of the string. This is the greatest advantage of MLPE, whether it's microinverters or string optimizers. As long as you have separate current for every panel, you get the maximum, the best working point for your system. And this means you get the maximum energy out of the system, maximum dinero, maximum revenue from your MLPE system compared to traditional string inverters. Now you can get more energy from a given roof. It's not just because I get the maximum power out of every panel. I can also put more panels on the roof because I'm not limited to facet. Look at the picture on the right, amazing. We could just fill the roof with inverters, with optimizers, because we're not limited. Oh, string size need to be only 16 panels, string size only 17. You cannot put a short string in parallel to long string. With MLPE, we don't have these limitations. We can just put wherever we have place. Look at the picture on the left. Different technologies of panels, different orientations, some facing east, some facing west. Doesn't matter. MLPE, you have a private teacher for every panel. You get the maximum out of every panel, no matter what's the constellation and the rest of the panels not affecting and dragging him down. I'm not only getting more revenue, I'm also saving cost. So maybe the CapEx, the capital upfront costs with MLPE are slightly higher, but the total project cost is lower because I have reduction of cost of infrastructure, and I have a huge reduction of cost of the maintenance, of the monitoring, and all this visibility to the system. How do I get a reduction in infrastructure? So when I compare, for example, SolarEdge to a string inverter, for the same amount of panels with SolarEdge, you have half number of strings, just because I can make much longer strings. So I just need less strings. If I need less strings, I need less cables, I need less connectors, I need less DC breakers. If I have half number of strings, I have half number of DC balance of system equipment I need to add to the system. With microinverters, it's even better because I don't have at all no strings, and the trunk cables are already part of the cost of the microinverter. So once you got the kit of microinverter, It's including all the cabling and connection of all the panels to the inverters. And all you need to do is just connect it to the AC panel with almost no additional balance of system on the electricity side. And the monitoring, whether it's SolarEdge or AP systems or any MLPE technology, I have module level visibility. I can see weak panels and strong panels. I can direct my technician exactly to where the problem is. So first, I know about the problems. With string inverters, many times I live my entire life without knowing the problem. Maybe it's very convenient, but it's for sure losing a lot of money to the system owner. Once I know where the problem is, and I can see here this panel is producing less than its neighbor, I can send my technician exactly to the right panel to check what's going on, and not tell him, oh, you need to go to the roof and good luck finding the problem. And in most cases, if it's not very clear, he will never find, because in the string level, you don't have enough visibility. With module level monitoring, you know exactly what's going on, and you can spend much less time analyzing, much less time at the field, instead of going with the voltmeter trying to measure all the voltages and currents of the string. I know exactly from remote, and I can tell the technician what to do, where to do, decide if I want to do, etc., etc. What about equipment? If I'm installing a system today and I want to replace a panel 5 years from now, this is almost impossible. Who of you that installed the system 5 years ago can change today a panel if you didn't keep stock of the same panel in a warehouse? So of course I can buy and keep stock, but this is just throwing money and put it in the garage, and maybe one day I will use it, maybe it will just go to the garbage. With MLP, you don't have this problem, because once you want to replace a panel, you just take whatever there is in the market, probably lower cost and higher power, and connect it to an MLP optimizer or microinverter into the string. It's also very easy to increase the size of a system just by adding a few more microinverters or a few more optimizers, and no need to restring and get new inverters, etc., etc. With traditional system, if you want good result, you need to replace one panel. Usually this means that you need to replace the entire string. With MLPE, you need to replace only the 1 or 2 panels that connected to the microinverter or optimizer, and you don't have any problem with the effect of the rest of the string, and you don't have to keep stock of all technology that will just cost you a lot of money, which is practically thrown to the garbage. So quality, we talked in the past, safety. Hopefully this will come to Brazil. Today we see it more and more, especially in the United States, where there are safety regulations which mandate MLP technology. More energy because of my private teachers that keeping the panels at the maximum power point. Reduction of cost of maintenance thanks to my amazing module level monitoring. Reduction of cost of infrastructures because of my longer strings or trunk cables in microinverters. I have the best cost benefit in solar industry when I'm using in my project MLPE technology. So the new products coming to Brazil, we already saw them in the market. The M1600, which is an optimizer from SolarEdge that can be connected to 4 panels. This is to be used only in ground mount installation. You can connect in the string these optimizers, and each optimizer with 4 panels. We also have the P1100 for large commercial systems, high power panels like all kind of bifacials and all kind of strong panels. You should check the datasheet to get approval for compatibility, but these are the best products for commercial and utility scale by SolarEdge that we have today in the world. Another product for residential is the HD Wave with EV charger. This is part of the inverter. You don't have to buy the EV charger now. You can buy inverter, which is EV charger ready. And when you want to add your charger, all you need to do is buy the special wire cable to connect it to your car, the tap. And this is a great product, answering both the need for a charger and the need for inverter in your private garage. By AP Systems, we have new products in the arena of monitoring. We have the ECU-B, which is a lower cost version for their great Zigbee communication with the microinverters. All you need to do is connect this small device in the internet. It will help you to do the installation, get the monitoring from all of the microinverters with a very simple, reliable, and low-cost device. On the left, the ECU-B. On the right, we have the new app, finally in Portuguese, the language you all speak. Very convenient to get first information about your system, your customer system. You can manage everything from there, from the monitoring to the site level data to your customers analysis, etc., etc. EMA is Energy Monitoring and Analysis application. The ECU is Energy Communication Unit, and these are the two new news from AP Systems. From ECORI, we have our own application for making purchases online. You can go directly to ECORI online. I love talking to people, but if you don't want to talk with our sales guy, you can make your purchases online directly through the cell phone, through the computer, and get tracking of your orders. Of course, you can still do it if you're used to do it directly with the unit, directly with our commercial people, no problem. We would love to talk with you any time of the day. So either way. And ECORI support. We have the best technical support because our support is not just technicians, engineers, it's people that learned the product from the vendor, from the manufacturer. Not just because I came from SolarEdge or people know more about SolarEdge. We work very close with AP Systems. We work very close with other inverter manufacturers, with panel manufacturers, even with the infrastructure manufacturer. So we know exactly how things are built, how it should be connected. If there are problems, what are the problems? We never keep you alone. We always take care of the problem since you call us until it is solved either by us or by the third-tier support of the vendor. As I told you, we have a list of all of the units in the region, all of the contact information. Whoever gonna want to get this presentation, this can be shared by ECORI, no problem, and you will find at the end of the presentation this list of people. So take part of this evolution. It is important to make this transition to MLPE, to get a better system, better product, which is also safer, which is also better. So it's a complete win-win solution. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck and thank you.